Hi there, Eric Bakker, naturopath. Thanks for looking at this video. I have a question here from a lady in America who's asking me, Eric, what were your Candida symptoms and how long did it take you to treat them? How did you cope with these symptoms before they went away? What professional help can we seek to get a correct diagnosis and treatment plan for our specific symptoms or body part? Wow, questions. When I got Candida, it was a long time ago. It was back in the 80s, and there wasn't a lot of help around. I can tell you now. Doctors were totally hostile to the whole idea of a male having Candida, and many of them still are today. My symptoms were basically bad, male area, jock itch kind of thing. But I also had Candida on my skin. I had white patches, fungal patches on my skin. I also had poor immune function. I had bad chest infection. And now when I think back, it probably was fungal. It was probably Aspergillus. It was very bad. I used to work in a flour mill and I received antibiotics. So I got very, very sick. I got depressed. I'm very depressed. I lived in a crappy little home that was prone to flooding. And there was black mold growing on the walls. And back in the 80s, nobody paid any attention to black mold. Yes, I was sick continually, probably for about a good 6 months until I started to seek help. I had to basically help myself because there was nobody really around that could help me, apart from the odd naturopath that had read some articles, previously on Candida. It's something I had to work through myself. It took about a year to recover, and it was pretty devastating, especially the depression side, the loneliness side. I coped because I think I'm a strong person. I managed to pull myself through it, but many people can't do that. It's quite tough for them. And that's why I'm pleased I've created now these videos and this channel, this resource for people. This is exactly what I would have liked when I was in my 20s, to be able to view this kind of information, because I thought I was crazy. How I coped basically was spending time outside, spending time in the garden like I normally do, cooking good foods, listening to nice music. That's how I coped. But it was tough, and also talking to some friends, spending some time with some of my good friends that helped me through it as well. But I certainly didn't get any encouragement or hope from any healthcare professional people that I knew, none at all. There was no internet back then, there was no mobile phones even, there was nothing. There was no technology to speak of. There were libraries, but that's as far as it went. I had to basically do all the research myself and find out how to get better, which really allowed me to think, how can I help other people? And then I became a naturopath. And of course, then the rest is history. I wrote a book in 2013, and here I am today. What professional help can we seek to get a correct diagnosis and treatment plan? Well, professional help, you can go to someone, and most naturopaths today understand about Candida, parasites, and SIBO, bacterial problems. Back then they didn't. Most naturopaths are interested in healthy eating and fasting, but many of them didn't have any kind of treatment plans for gut problems, apart from maybe specialized diets. But back then, not even many people were using probiotics or antimicrobials when it came to gut problems. So the professional help you can seek is someone who has experience in treating digestive disorders, Candida problems, parasite problems, irritable bowel syndrome. There are plenty of healthcare professionals out there today who actually are very good at this particular, in this particular area. A correct diagnosis, in my opinion, is a stool test. So if you're going to see someone, ask them that you want a comprehensive stool analysis that includes parasitology and also that includes a yeast culture. That's going to give you very good information. The treatment plan depends on the practitioner. But again, if you follow the Candida Crusher treatment plan, you're going to be following the plan that tens of thousands of people have followed so far. So you're probably going to get a good outcome. The only thing is you may need to get some professional help when it comes to interpreting your stool test result. But you can self-treat this problem if you stay on track. It's not a problem at all. And what treatment plan for our specific symptoms, body type? Well, that really depends on the kind of symptoms you've got and depending on the kind of help that you need. But yeah, check out the information on yeastinfection.org. Have a look at our quiz. Have a look at the over 1,000 videos on this channel. I've created a ton of information for people to read and to become enlightened about this area. And more importantly, to take these kind of matters into their own hands and self-treat, because going to a medical doctor is going to give you no real answers for most functional gut disorders. In many cases, in fact, you'll only walk away with a prescription for an antibiotic, which will create more problem. So don't go down that path. Look for a functional medicine doctor, so a medical doctor with natural training experience, or look for a naturopathic physician, someone like me who's had training and specializes in these types of problems. And generally then you'll get the correct diagnosis and the correct treatment. But check out Candida Crusher. It's a good book. It's been around for 5 years. It's easily available online, and it's got all the information in it that you need to help you recover. So I hope that answers your question. Thank you.